Yeah, well, we're just trying to just do our job each and every week, and the objective of the season is to do this all year. Whether you win, whether you lose, you always want to get better. You could win games in this league, but it doesn't mean you're getting better. You know what I mean? So that's kind of our goal. That's what we wish to accomplish each and every week, and we feel like we're doing that. We probably played our most complete game today in all three phases. Yeah, there are things we can clean up on, things we can get better on, but this is probably our most complete, I would say. But yeah, and an objective of ours was definitely just to sprint into the bye week. We didn't want to think about it, sit on a loss or sit on a bad game. We all wanted to come out here, sprint into the bye week. So that was kind of the mindset, and we did just that. Yeah. 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 No, first of all, I got a lot of respect for Chubb. I think he's probably the most pure, like the best pure running back in the league. And for us to do what we did against him, he obviously popped a few of them. I got a lot of respect for him, but we did a decent job up front. Still a lot we can clean up, and we got a lot of guys who can go on the on that D line. It makes it a lot better when you look to your left, look to your right, and you're like, all right, I got a dog over there, dog over there. All I got to do is do my job, and you know what I mean? It makes it a lot more fun, and we're all gelling together. We got good energy, we got a good camaraderie, and that we're hoping that allows us to play better and play for each other.
Do you feel the pass rush now coming in greater waves where you had three instances where the guys split sacks?
Yeah. Right, yeah. No, definitely. I just think it's, just everybody's hungry, everybody's trying to go eat, but we're doing it for each other and we're doing it together.
As someone who's seen like Tua from year 1 to year 3 and like the numbers he's putting up,
Yeah.
as a teammate, how proud of you?
No, it's great to see, and and he's someone that we've always believed in inside the building, and as teammates, and regardless of what people think of him on the outside, naysayers, whoever, we've always had his back since day one, and we knew he could do things like this, and a lot of respect for him for blocking out the noise, just locking in on his process and doing his job, and he's been able to be a great pro, and he's doing some really good things this year. So hopefully he can just keep it going and keep leading us the way he is, because he's doing a phenomenal job this year. Hey, man, that's cool, man. I'm glad our fans, are coming out and showing a lot of love and giving him the respect he deserves. Again, that's, if they feel that way, man, chant for that man. I think he's doing a pretty good job this year. So.
Christian, what can you say about your newest teammates, Bradley Chubb and Jeffrey Wilson Jr.?
Yeah, they're okay. They're all right. They're okay. They're decent additions to the team. Nah, I really like those guys a lot. Starting with Bradley, I think he's a heck of a player. Person, he went to NC State, so we're still trying to, settle our differences there. But yeah, he's gonna be able to help us a lot, especially down the stretch, and as he learns the defense and gets more comfortable. And he's come right in and just been someone we can, just get a good fit right away to the scheme and just to the type of guy he is. And Jeff, it's fun to watch him rush. I mean, I don't know who pisses him off before every game, but damn, he's a lot of fun to watch, and I'm glad he's on our team, and he's a great teammate as well.
Angry run contender this year, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's, like I said, he's just fun to watch. It's fun to, it don't matter if he's getting no yards or 20 yards, he's gonna make you feel him. So it's fun to watch.
Thanks, Christian.
All right.
Thanks, Christian.
All right, what's up, guys?
You had a touchdown pass to Trent. It was one of those looks like money throws. Could you, I guess, just describe the connection that you've been building with your receivers, and especially Trent, this year so far?
Yeah, I think on that particular play, it looked like a Palms look, where if Tyreek broke out, they could play cover 2, and if not, then they'd play cover 4. So it really helped that Tyreek was also in the slot on that side. So we didn't know if they were going to double or cloud it or play 4. So I did my footwork, looked at Tyreek, and was trying to feel through Tyreek with the corner, and I felt like he was squatting. So I gave Trent an opportunity, and Trent made a big play for us in that instance. So I'm really happy that he finally got a touchdown as a Dolphin.
Yeah, you heard the MVP chants from the crowd too. You heard that? Did you hear that? And what do you think when you hear that? Fans are chanting MVP.
Yeah, there's no doubt I heard that. I mean, could hear that when it was a TV timeout, you know, when we were walking back into the tunnel. You know, it's flattering, but you know, what we came to do and what we came to accomplish, it's not accomplished yet. So it'd be cool, but you know, we have bigger goals and aspirations on what we want to do as a team.
So you guys had a season high performance on the ground game. I know all the talk has been about the passing game, but how do you think maybe that success through the air kind of opened things up today for the ground game?
Well, I think with the speed that we have outside, it definitely helps. But then again, you can't discredit our guys up front. Like our guys were protecting their ass off. Had 0 sacks. You know, like I had a clean pocket. I mean, when I took my shoulder pads off, and made a comment, she said, oh, "Wow, your jersey's so clean." Well, you know, it's because of our guys up front, and you know, our running backs have. I mean, with Raheem and Jeff, I mean, I've never seen a duel like this, and I've never been a part of a backfield like that before. So this is, you know, this is cool. You know, outside of the college realm of backs, you know, in the NFL.
3 consecutive games of 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, very efficient. Do you feel yourself playing your most consistent ball of your pro career right now?
Yeah, I do, and I think it's a testament to the work that we all put in and day out. From after a game like this, you know, coming in tomorrow on a day like Monday, getting together as an offensive group, talking about the things that we need to improve on, and then carrying that over to Wednesday, and then all the way leading to Sunday. So it's really an effort for everyone as to why we're all having success.
What do you do during an off week?
I'll be training, but I don't know. I haven't really thought. For me, all the years are different, so you know, I don't know what I'll do yet.
Having 4 players with 4 or 5 catches, what's the benefit when you're able to kind of spread it around in a game like today?
Yeah, I think the benefit is those guys on the opposing team have to cover everyone on the field. It's not just Tyreek or Jalen or Mike or our backs. Like, you got to cover everyone, and if someone's not accounted for, then hopefully we can find them and get them the ball and force their team to tackle them. So I think that's also something that's frustrating for defenses. It's within the progression of my read. So regardless of who it is, if he's open, I'll try to find a way to get him the ball.
And too, you said you're not done, obviously, with what you want to do, but did you ever envision this kind of environment surrounding you with the crowd chanting MVP for you and on the streak you're on right now? Did you ever envision all this coming together like this?
No, I didn't. I would say I didn't because, you know, a lot of the hard work that we've put in, like, we're just so focused on how we can win games and what that entails. And so, you know, for our backs to, you know, have, you know, long touchdowns, explosive touchdowns, 1 each, and then, you know, being able to throw to 3 different guys, you know, touchdowns. Like, you're just in the moment and you're just enjoying that, and you don't necessarily think, you know, outside of any of that. So I'm really proud of our team. Our defense gave us a lot of opportunities to go out there and you know, try to put those guys away. But a lot of respect to their team as well. They came out, they fought, and shout out to my boy Jacoby Brissett. You know, he fought hard as well. But yeah.
How would you describe seems kind of obvious, but you're the best person to ask. How would you describe the role that head coach Mike McDaniel has played in the team's 7-3 record and success through 10 games?
Yeah, I think just his personality, just him being himself, not changing up the schedule, or if it is being changed, he gets the captains together, or he gets the leadership meeting together and kind of gets the feel of what the players in the locker room are saying about certain things. If they like the schedule, if they don't like the schedule, what do we need to change? And I would say he's a man of the people. You know, he has no ego towards, you know, what he believes is right or wrong. But, you know, then again, it's our team is what he'll tell you. And I think just him being himself is really what helps us be able to be ourselves as well. You know, we don't have to be anyone we're not.
It's kind of unprecedented leap you've made this year compared to your first 2 years. Could you address where you're at, confidence quite a bit compared to maybe the end of last year?
Yeah, I think you look at those and they're two different seasons, two different offensive-minded OCs, play callers, whatever you want to say about that. So schematically, it's totally different than what I've been used to at Alabama, and my first 2 years in the NFL, and really just the guys that I'm surrounded with. It's like I'm not able to make the plays that I'm able to do if we don't have the guys up front blocking and the running backs with the run game, Jalen and Tyreek and all these other guys. So it's really just everyone making me look good. So, yeah.
Final question?
One more question? No more questions?
Fresh out.
Hmm?
Fresh out.
Yeah, you guys got no more questions? Just one more? I don't know what I would ask. I'm just really proud of our guys. They fought really hard today and played really good complementary football. I'm just so happy that we won too. But one more question? I mean, no more questions?
Most distributed tickets today since Hard Rock was refurbished or kind of
Mm.
modernized. So what does that tell you about the fan support? Do you have anything to say about towel waving and the atmosphere today?
Wow, I didn't know that, so that's a cool stat. I mean, it just shows you the belief that our fans have in our team and kind of the resurrection of like the organization for us. So, we're going to try to keep this going after this bye week, and we'll see you guys in about 2 weeks. Thank you, guys.
suggest you guys work on your personal relationships. We just got a room full of people looking at their phone. Why don't you turn to the person next to you and say, hey, how's your family doing? Ah, cool. What do we got?
Like, what was the for the season high rushing output that you guys had offensively?
It's just, there's no shortcut around it. It's something that you're very proud of as a coach because, it's an entire group really dedicating themselves to the craft. It's tough. You come here, there was a lot of talk about our run game and, just because of the past successes I've been fortunate enough to have myself. And guys were excited about the system. And when you don't have immediate results, you get to learn a lot about people. And in this particular circumstance, we would have a bunch of guys really working at the craft at a level that you need to really attack something when you're playing an opponent at the National Football League. And so it was awesome to see, that collective effort really bear fruit. That's a team accomplishment because it doesn't just involve the offensive players. You're talking about a lot of effort that goes in on the defensive side of the ball to give us the type of looks so that we can really, hone in on the specifics to the defense. And I was just happy with how everyone kept their head down and was grinding to earn that result because that's something that you can be proud of for the right way. You don't fall into that. That's months and months of strain and deliberate practice that you can be fortunate enough to have a day like that. Yeah, no, I've been waiting for a game like that. I think, first of all, Tua is playing very, very high-level football. It's phenomenal to watch him commit to the process. It's the third game in a row where I didn't feel a high or a low from him. He was just trying to execute each and every play. But it was rewarding and exciting. Because you can ask Tyreek and Waddle themselves. Like it's about a team, and all of their production has to do with a team working in concert so that they can get those numbers. And you play a defense that is bound and determined to make sure that those two individuals don't get as many targets. That leaves opportunities for everybody else. And I was very happy that really it seems like the only in-house do people really understand that we have a good team, a good offense, a good defense, good special teams. We only have it's not just names, and hopefully you got to experience a little bit of what we've been witnessing inside of practice and out, so that we have a lot of players that can make plays, and when they're asked to step up and make a play, you saw a ton of examples of guys doing that, which we knew they were very capable of.
Coach, Justin Bethel, we came in late in the game. What was your thoughts on his production for the back-to-back plays that he had at defense?
I can't say enough about that kid. Here's a guy that has been known in the National Football League as a special teams player, very good one. And all he's done since he's been here is do his thing on special teams and then make plays every time he's asked. We've had some injuries, given some opportunities, and he's stepped up to the plate and been around the ball. He competes and does a great job for us. So very, very glad that he's on our team.
In the defensive front, you all limited Chubb and forced him to have his first fumble of the year. What's your thoughts on that front line?
No, that's something that, you know, we're pretty confident in. It is our run defense. You know, regardless of what the stats say, there's been some games where we've had some quarterback runs really hurt us. But when you cut on the tape and when we're really looking at ourselves in a critical fashion, I feel like that's one of our strengths. It was a tremendous challenge. They do an unbelievable job in Cleveland to really dominate the time of possession and utilize, you know, one of, if not the best runner in the league. So it was cool to watch our team rally behind that. They knew the challenge that was in front of them. They knew, the thing about a good running team is you either have to stop them or you're going to have to deal with the consequences, and it's a slow death. And there's no way around it. You can't hide. So for them to have that effort and get after it, it's very proud of that.
Mike, when you look at Tua's body of work over the last 3 games with 9 touchdowns and no interceptions, 30 points scored for the team each game, what is something that he is doing that maybe isn't so obvious to us or fans? What is he doing now?
He is he's really seeing the field well, and you know, I think sometimes the way how fast he's playing and how fast he's processing, you cut the tape on, it looks like he might be throwing to number 1 or 2, but he is progressing through eligibles 1 through 5 in his progression with lightning speed. And that's really making it frustrating for you know, a defensive front. You're in pass rush mode, you can't get to them. That can wear on you. So he's doing a lot of things visually, manipulating defenders, making really good throws, and getting the ball out, and putting in when he is throwing into contested situations from time to time. He's putting outstanding ball placement, so you can't, you know, I don't think we've had, you know, it's probably like, 90 pass attempts roughly in 3 games, and I don't think there's been a close interception or a turnover. So you're talking about being able to have aggressive style of football play where you can feel comfortable as an offense and as a coach to call a pass play and know you're not going to give the defense it back, you know. So that's those are just some of the things. And then the biggest thing for me with Tua specifically is it'd be impossible to see, you know, on game tape, but the whole team in the last month has taken an unbelievable jump in accountability, how they prepare, and how they just go about doing their jobs. And he's one of the main reasons that that's occurring. He is really come into his own skin in regards to being a leader at that quarterback position. His guys are rallying around him. He's demanding a standard and holding himself at a tremendous high standard himself. So those are just a couple of things we could have a Tua press conference if you wanted. Very, very happy with them.
Mike, going back to August, probably the most questioned area on the team might have been the offensive line. Clearly that's come together and they played well, culminated by great performance today. Can you just talk about how the offensive line as a whole has come together this season and really played quite well?
No, it was we felt pretty good in training camp. You're going against one defensive style when you're making your assessments. Really, OTAs and training camp, we felt good about the progression. Then I felt that once we started playing the season, the adaptation to the different nuances of defensive front play and structures and adjusting week by week with your concepts and such, I thought we showed our youth. And what's been tremendous, led by the coaching staff, specifically Frank Smith and Applebaum and Person and Lem, really, is you've gotten into a groove of how to properly prepare for the specifics of what a defense can present. But then most importantly, above all else, that's all good and fun, but you've seen a offensive line group that has made the decision to be all in and really own the techniques and fundamentals that are necessary to win. So it's a beautiful process when you talk about players getting better during the course of the season because it's so hard. And so when you see players and groups of players coming together and getting better during the course of the season, to me, that's what the name of the game is, and that's it's the hardest thing, but it's the most important thing when you're talking about an entire season.
Coach, Tua was asked about you and how you helped this team become successful. He says you're the man of the people. What does it mean to you that this team has bought in week by week to what you brought to the table?
Everything, I think that's it's them that are choosing to buy in. That I think you can do a ton of really cool things in the National Football League if you can somehow get an entire building, an entire roster to move in one direction. And that is way, way easier said than done. It doesn't matter what my messaging would be or what my beliefs were. Doesn't matter if they were really awesome or really terrible. It doesn't matter if a bunch of individuals decide to be all in on it. They have to choose that they want to hear it, and then they have to choose that they want to listen to it. So it goes back to the fact that you have incredible, young, hungry individuals that collectively are getting the taste of the fruits that bear when you sacrifice together and are able to accomplish a common goal. So I think that it means everything to me because I know that's the formula for any sort of success that you're chasing, but it also makes me feel unbelievably indebted to those players because I know that is not something that any one person can force people to do. They have to choose that they want to go a certain direction. Once they make that choice, if there's enough people involved, you can do some pretty cool things because it's hard to win in this league, and you can have some games where you can win and against a very good team that had a good game plan on both sides of the ball, you can be able to win comfortably, earned in the fourth quarter. But I'm just very, very happy with the captains, the leadership council, and just really all the players for committing to a cause that they're starting to see how worth it is.
The previous 2 weeks, you had to win shootouts. You had earlier games where defense had to pick up the offense. How gratifying was it to have this type of performance?
No, it was nice. This has been this being our 7th win. I think it was hard to get comfortable in the previous 6. There's a reason for that. It's the parity of the National Football League and how good teams are and how you can't sleep on any opponent. But when you have it just takes an incredible amount of detailed work to be able to, as a team, be able to beat a team at home like this that was coming off a bye. They were not sleeping on us whatsoever, and they really wanted to get after our team and build on that last win they had against Cincinnati. So it it's what it's about. You want to bottle that because you have that type of commitment and effort throughout the week, you'll have a chance versus anybody, regardless who you play. If you have an entire locker room, coaching staff, and organization committed in the way that they were this past week.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.